All right, welcome back to Scruffy Wars, where today we have the Orks in the War Horde facing off against the Leagues of Votann. All right, so we've added a few new models to Levi's army, and we've started the painting process. So, Levi, let's go through your army. What have we got here today?
We have Gretchen and Runer, uh, halfway painted Mazzarok Scradbad, Gwigog Boys, and the Ludas, Big Mac with Shark Attack Gun, the Boom Deck Snaz Wagon, Death Dread, Mega Knobs and War Boss and Mega Armor, Beast Naga Boys and Beast Boss.
And Beast Boss, that's right. So the Boomdaka Snaz Wagon is done. It's a special paint project that my wife was doing for Levi to make sure it was ready. A new unit we added as well are the Ludas to go with the Big Mac with Shock Attack Gun. We are running the War Horde detachment. We are going to see how that does. We are just under 1,300 points here. So we're getting closer and closer to 1,500 points. By the time we hit 1,500 points, we'll be playing at our local shop instead of here at the house. But let's see what he's going against. Today, for our terrain setup, we are just going to do take and hold again. So we're going to do take and hold. And he will be going against the Leagues of Votann. So for the Leagues of Votann list, this is the army that I used to compete with. I'm switching up to Imperial Agents, but this has been the army I've been competing with, so he's got a little bit more of a challenge today. We have 3 sets of Pioneers. We are running 1 unit of Warriors, 2 units of the Hearthguard with 2 E-Champs, 2 sets of Chthonian Berserks, the Thunderkin with an Iron Master. The Iron Master is my Warlord for today, so we're going to roll to see who goes first. We'll get deployed, and we'll show you guys what it looks like after deployment. All right, deployment is set. So, as I said, armies are getting a little bit bigger, so this will be the last time we roll on or play on this type of table. What we have going on is Votann will go first. So we both get 1 command point. We get 5 points for holding the objective. I have judged the War Boss and Mega Armor with the Mega Knobs, Mazzarok Scarbad with all of his Squighog boys, and then I have the Praising Glare enhancement for the center objective. So I go first. We will see how this goes. We'll let you guys know at the end of turn 1. All right, Votann turn 1. So push forward, took a little bit of an aggressive stance here. I know what the Orks are going to do. They're going to push forward and just get all up in my biz. So I kind of set this screening wall here with my Berserks. I have, I call them Dwarf Termies over here to get ready to deal with anything that comes up on that side. We have our Thunderkin here, a great Overwatch threat. I did poke these bikes up just a little bit to get some shots over here on the Squighog boys. I was able to kill one and get one down to a wound. I hit many times, but those feel no pains. Levi stuck several of them, so I was able to kill one, get one down to 1 wound, and that is all the damage I did. I did put some mortar shots into both the Squighog boys and the Beast Snaga boys, and he made all the saves, so no damage, and on top of all of that, failed to slow both of those units. So going off to Orcs turn 1. Let's see what happens. All right, so end of Orcs turn 1. So there was some shooting, and then some charging here. So the Boomdaka Snaz Wagon laid into my bikes over here, and then between that and Mazzarok and the Squighog boys took out 3 of the Pioneers. And then in Overwatch, I was able to take out 2 of the Squighog boys with the Thunderkin. And then in the ensuing charge, Mazzarok picked up the bikes and then piled into the Berserks. On the crackback, the Berserks were able to pick up the Boomdaka Snaz Wagon and then peel Mazzarok down to a wound. This guy is super annoying to kill. I had 9 attacks go through, He had his 4-up invul, so he saved all but 3. And then he has a 5-up feel no pain, so he's a tough egg to crack. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with that in my next turn. But I was able to kill the unit that was prejudged, so I'll get 3 command points at the next phase. But I have a feeling that the Waaaagghhh is coming soon. Everything crept closer. All right, Votann, turn 2. All right, so the end of Votann, turn 2. So I kind of picked this as my go turn. I pushed forward. We did some shooting. My main focus was to get rid of as much stuff as I possibly could. So we were able to get rid of all of the Beast Snagaboys, but the Beast Boss has the 4-up Feel No Pain, which makes him a tough nut to crack. We came over here, charged in, was able to take out all the Ludas, but not enough to get the big mech. He spiked 3 6s on his saves from the E-Champ. So that's cool. These guys failed their charge. We didn't move them. We did take the Berserks in, and then the Beast Boss by himself was the only thing left. Picked up every single one of the Berserks in the crackback. We were able to kill 2 Mega Knobs. Mazrog went down in the fight back. He killed every single Berserk in the continuing fight. And then on the fight on death, I had enough wounds to get through. He failed enough feel no pains that he was gone. So, we're going to go into Orks turn 2. Levi, what time is it? All right. That wall was very effective. So over here, the big mech with shock attack gun fell back. Death Dread shot me with a flamer, didn't do anything, but then charged in and killed the entire squad. This model does have the Wayfarer's Grace, so on a 2+, came back at the next phase. We're at the beginning of the command phase for Votann, so she's back. Over here, the Beast Boss and Mega Knobs came in, killed the entire unit. The E-Champ was left, and I was only able to tear off a couple wounds of the Beast Boss. He made a bunch of his saves. But, so in that turn, I lost all of my Hearthkin. And we've got Votann turn 3. This is a very close game. We are tied on primary, but right now he is controlling 3 objectives. So I'm going to have to deal with these Mega Knobs. If I can't, I don't think Votann's going to pull it out. But if I can deal with them, then we're in good shape. So here we go. Votann turn 3. All right, well, after Votann turn 3, we have decided to call the game. I was able to pick up the War Boss. Got the Death Dread down to 1 wound over here. So when Levi starts his next turn, he'll have the Death Dread on 1, still in combat. He'll have the big mech with shock attack gun and his Gretchen, while I'll still have my full squad of Thunderkin, a squad of bikes, 2 E-Champs, and the Warriors. So we're going to go ahead and call this game for the Votann. The Votann will pull it out against the Orks. We will see you in a second to wrap up the game. All right, guys, this is a wrap up for the game. This was a little bit more challenging game for Levi. Orks versus Votann. So we're going to find out from Levi. Levi, what was the hardest part of this game?
Going against the bikes.
The bikes? Yeah, the bikes have a lot of shooting, don't they?
Yes.
They're a little bit tougher. They have a whole bunch of shooting. Something people don't understand is Votann have a very high volume of shooting. They're a very shooty army. Being able to judge things makes it easier to hit. And even in a smaller size game like this, just the volume that they can put out is pretty incredible. What did you think when you got in melee, though? What happened?
I forgot.
What'd Mazrog do? Mazrog just picked up an entire squad of bikes by himself.
Yes.
Plus, he picked up an entire squad of Berserks by himself.
Yes.
Your Mega Knobs. Holy cow. Your War Boss and Mega Armor and your Mega Knobs just kind of marched forward and were like, I'm going to take all of the shooting of your army. So in the last turn, we were really on a knife's edge of who was going to win this game. I still had a lot of units, so I came forward. I unloaded everything but one set of bikes into the Meganobs. Every other unit I had on the table, except for the E-Champ that was in the back and one set of bikes, unloaded into the War Boss and the Meganobs, and still didn't kill them until the charge phase. And it was the E-Champ finally picked him up on by one wound. We picked him up in melee, finally. The Death Dread shot it, charged it, mortal wound it. It's still alive on one. So, very, very tough game. This one came down to just attrition at the end. Levi is trying to go against different armies. This will be probably one of the last battle reports we do from our house, because we're noticing the number of models we have. We just need to play on a bigger table now. So the next one will be at our local shop, and we'll go from there. So until next time, guys, have fun, roll well, and don't forget, when you Waaaaagh, it's super scary. All right, bye.
Bye.